Context-free grammar. The formal definition of context-free grammar. Context-free grammar usually contains terminals, non-terminals, start symbols, and production. Terminals are the basic symbols from which strings are formed, while non-terminals are the syntactic variables that denote a set of strings. One non-terminal is distinguished as the start symbol, and the set of strings it denotes is a language generated by the grammar. For production, production of a grammar specifies the manner in which the terminals and non-terminals can be combined to form a string. Each production consists of a non-terminal called the head or left side of the production. This production defines some of the strings denoted by the head. The symbol not k, sometimes double colon equal, has been used in place of the arrow. A body or right side consisting of zero or more terminals and non-terminals. For example, this is a production rule. The non-terminals are expression, terms, and factor, while the terminals are id, plus, minus, asterisk, slash, open and close parentheses. Notational convention. These symbols are terminals. Lowercase letters early in the alphabet such as A, B, and C. Operator symbols such as plus, asterisk, and so on. Punctuation symbols such as parentheses, comma, and so on. The digits 0, 1 to 9. Boldface strings such as ID or IF, each of which represent a single terminal symbol. These symbols are non-terminals. Uppercase letters early in the alphabet such as A, B, C. The letter S, which when it appears it's usually the start symbol. Lowercase italic names such as expression or statement. When discussing programming construct, uppercase letter may be used to represent non-terminals for the constructs. For example, non-terminals for expression, terms, and factor are often represented by E, T, and F respectively. Uppercase letters late in the alphabet such as X, Z represents grammar symbols in this either non-terminals or terminals. Lowercase letters late in the alphabet, chiefly U, V until Z, represent possibly empty strings of terminals. Lowercase Greek letters alpha, omega, or delta, for example, represent possibly empty strings of a grammar symbol. Thus, a generic production can be written as A derives A, where uppercase letter A is the head and the lowercase a is the body. A set of production A derives AI, A derives A2 until A derives AK, with a common head A, call them A production or production A. Unless stated otherwise, the head of the first production is the start symbol. Example: using these conventions, the grammar can be rewritten concisely as E derives E plus T, E derives E minus T, E derives T, T derives T times F, T derives T slash F, T derives F, F derives open and close parenthesis E, then F derives ID. The notational convention tell us that E, T, and F are non-terminals, with E as the start symbol and the remaining symbols are terminals. Derivation. The construction of the parse tree can be made precise by taking derivational view in which productions are treated as rewriting rules. The notation G is equal to VTPS or grammar is equal to variables, terminals, production, and starting symbol. We will use two types of derivation: the rightmost derivation and the leftmost derivation. Rightmost derivation, in which the rightmost non-terminal is rewritten at each step, while leftmost derivation production is applied to the leftmost variable of each step. For example, the rightmost derivation. We have the production rule S derives A plus S derives S minus S derives A, S derives B, and S derives C. And the string we want to attain is A plus B minus C. First, we will use the second production rule, which is S derives S minus S. Then, replacing the rightmost non-terminal symbol into C by applying the last production rule, which is S derives C. After that, we will replace the remaining non-terminal S into S plus S by applying the rule number 1, which is S derives S plus S. And again, we change the rightmost non-terminal into B by applying the rule number 4, which is S derives B. And finally, we will replace the remaining non-terminal S into A by applying the rule number 3, which is S derives A. And we will have the string A plus B minus C. Simple. Leftmost derivation. We will use the same production rule and the same string we want to attain. First, we will use the first production rule, which is S derives S plus S. Then replacing the leftmost non-terminal symbol into A by applying the third production rule, which is S derives A, rather. After that, we will replace the remaining non-terminal S into S plus S minus S by applying the second rule, which is S minus S. And again, we will change the leftmost non-terminal to B by applying the fourth rule, which is S derives B. And finally, changing the remaining non-terminals S into C by applying the last rule, and we will have the string A plus B minus C. Moving on, parse tree and derivation. A parse tree is a graphical representation of a derivation that filters out the order in which production are applied to replace the non-terminals. Grammar is equal to BTPS, or root our variables, terminals, production, and symbol, and starting symbol. In parse tree, root will be the starting node, interior node will be the variables, and leaves are the terminals union with empty set. Take note of this. If any node is labeled by A and its children are labeled from left to right by x sub 1, x sub 2 until x sub n, then A derives x sub 1, x sub 2 until x sub n. It must be a production of P. For example, production S or S derives ASB, S derives AB, and we want to attain the string AAABBB. In the derivation, we will use the production rule number 1, which is S derives ASB. Then we will change the non-terminal into ASB by applying the first rule again, which is S derives ASB. And we will have the string AASBB. Then changing the non-terminal again by applying the second rule, which is AB. And we will have the string AAABBB. In the parse tree, A derives ASB, or the mother node S will have the children node ASB. Then the non-terminal S will will have ASB or will be derived as ASB. Then applying the last rule, S derives AB. And we will have the string AAA BBB. Ambiguity. A CGF grammar is unambiguous if there is at least one string W in language G which has more than one leftmost derivation or more than one rightmost derivation. A CGFG is ambiguous if there is at least one string in language G which has more than one derivation tree. For example, we have the string AAA, and production rule S derives AS, S derives SA, and S derives A. For the leftmost derivation, we will use the first production rule which is S derives AS. And applying the first rule again, which we will have AAS. Then we will have the string AAA. For the derivation tree, S will be derived as AS, and the non-terminal S will derive as AS, and then the last will derive as A, as follows. For the rightmost derivation, S derives SA. Then we will change the rightmost non-terminal symbol into SA by applying the second rule, which is S derives SA. Then finally, we will change the rightmost or the remaining non-terminal symbol into A, which will be applying S derives A, and we will have the string AAA as follows. The derivation tree is equal to S derives SA, and S derives SA, and S derives A. Look at this. String AAA has more than two derivation, or one leftmost derivation and rightmost derivation. Therefore, this language is ambiguous. Language G is ambiguous. Verifying the language generated by the grammar. Although compiler designers rarely do so for complete programming language grammar, it is useful to be able to reason that the given set of production generated by the particular language. For example, let us represent grammar G into NTPS or N for non-terminals, T for terminals, P for productions, and S for starting symbol. N consists of S, which is our starting symbol, and we have A and B for the terminals symbols, and for the production, S derives ASB and S derives SB, AB rather. First, we will use the second rule, which is which is S derives AB. Literally, AB consists of terminal symbols. Therefore, AB is included to the language G. The second one is ASB. ASB consists of non-terminal S and terminal AB. We will be applying the second rule to get rid of the non-terminal S. Then, our string will become AABB, which included to the language G. And the third is just like the second one. We will be using ASB or the first rule to get rid of the non-terminal S. We will apply the first rule, which is ASB. Then our string will be AASBB. After that, we will again apply the second rule, which is S derives AB. Then our string will become AAABBB. All the strings are related and there's a pattern to it. In this example, the pattern is a string having an equal number of A and B. It is included to the language G. That concludes my report. Thank you.